Hello.
Hello and welcome. We're going to do something different today. We are going to make a Minecraft video that records the first 100 days of Minecraft. We're going to go through some goals that you need to achieve to, at the end goal, we're hoping to get to a nether portal, get some diamonds, all sorts of things. The first goal for this mission will be to try and find an island, set up a base, have wood, torches. Short-term goals are getting food, beds, and so forth, and then we'll work from there. I've been playing this game because of my son. He's like 8 years old, and I started reading books on redstone mechanics and all sorts of other things. So it made it quite interesting. And yeah, I thought, well, maybe it's time to actually make a video where you see the first 100 days. Then you sort of have a good guide if you're ever starting out this game for the first time on what you need to achieve to be successful. Also, playing in the other worlds and other experiences I've had with Minecraft over probably the last 6 months. I've learnt to stay away from lava, always have checkpoints, have caches of weapons, all sorts of things. Died for the most stupid reasons. And so it's always good to have backups and all sorts of things. So let's get started. Here we go. We are looking around. There's a tree. First thing we do is punching a tree. This is kind of funny. You got no axe. I've never seen anyone punch a tree in their life. I take that back. I found this on YouTube. Yeah, bloody hands. But for some reason this works. What a great idea. So keep on hacking away that tree. We've got like 3 logs, 4, maybe 5, hopefully 6. That would be great. Oh yes, 6. Excellent. That's a great start. And then we also want to collect some of the saplings, because we want to make future trees. Because no matter where we go, we want to have a stockpile of trees, all sorts of things, so we can move ahead in the adventure and be successful. All these trees, just knock them away. Punching trees, looking around for the sapling. There's one. Alright, okay, away that. Get the sapling. Oh, I might as well punch up another tree. Well, we've still got hands that aren't bloody. Da, da, da. I'm gonna sing you some elevator music while we're doing this. We're nearly there. It's a wonderful game. Punching trees is the best. Alright. Now we have cows. Gonna have to make the enchantment table, or not an enchantment table, it's called something. Yes, enchantment table. Oh yeah, stupid. My son has it on crafting original mode. Accidentally threw a piece of log out there. So give me a second while I reconfigure this game so I can just have the recipes. I really see no point in crafting it in the original way. I mean, if it crafts, it crafts. If you got the products, it's there. I mean, if they didn't want to have the short guide, then remove it. I mean, so therefore it's in use. So making the table. First step, grab it. Okay, good. Now we can make our implements. Sword, obviously sword's important. And then what are we going to make? Something else. Make some more. Make some sticks, make an axe. Axes are very important because then you don't have to punch the trees up anymore. That one is wondering what happened. So now we've got a sword, we can kill the cows. It's great to kill them in this fashion when they're locked in a little hole. They don't run anywhere. Much better.
Help me!
Efficient way to get food. And then we go around here. Oh, I see some sheep in the distance. One of the goals on the second day was actually to work on the bed. So this will go, big strides towards us getting a bed. That would be great. So we got one. Oh, a second sheep. Fantastic. Two. Get this guy. Nice. Excellent. So we got 2 wool. We only need 1 more wool for the bed. But, the chances of you getting a bed straight off the first day are unlikely. So you just level set. We're still looking for an island. We got a lot of wood. We'll go look for an island.
I see your teeth flash, Jamaican honey so sweet. Down where Lexington crossed 47th Street. Oh, she's a big girl, she's standing 6'3". 2 tricks for dudes in the big city. Island girl, what you wantin' with a white man's world? Ooh, 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 island girl, black boy in an island world.
And, I've played a lot of online games where I invested a lot of time, and I do not want it to be feeling like a waste anymore.
I don't want to brag, but I've played EverQuest. I've played Ultima Online. I've played World of Warcraft. I've played Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. The list goes on and on.
Alright, we see a little island out there. I think that's where we're going to set up our base. The reason why we want an island is if you spending the first couple of nights out, monsters take forever to walk through water, so you can spot them a mile off. Also, it's a clever way to just keep your base safe. So I don't know how monsters sometimes spawn within your base. I've found that out several times.
Dun, 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 dun. This is a trivia moment. Did you know that in Japan they do landfilling to expand the size of their country? I'm going to show you a brief clip. Here it is.
So basically I'm going to build out the start of my base. Obviously this is day 1. By day 100 my base will be vast and huge. I've got several other maps where I've taken over nearly half the whole Wii U setting. I've got bases all over the place. And with that I learnt that you want to also have caches of weapons everywhere, because if you're exploring and you go off on a tangent and you're not ready and you die, you get relocated back to the last place you slept. And if it's nowhere near where you died, you've lost all your weapons and you feel really, really bad. So caches of weapons are really important later on in the game when you really build out your world. In some instances you don't even have a village, which I think is pretty poor in the Wii U version. Villages are so useful in terms of getting emeralds and giving you a kickstart. You feel sort of disadvantaged when you don't have that available. One of the worlds I had didn't have it, and so I went into creative and I spawned villages within the world. So I could have someone to trade with. It seems pointless if I don't have that advantage when other people do. I think in the Xbox games and the PS4 games, they have lots of things like that. So I'm going to build up the wall around the edge. I'm going to plant some trees. It's going to be spectacular. This is the first night still, and we were just aiming to get wood and stone. We definitely have the wood, and we got some stone, so I should be able to build another crafting table. I call it a changing enchantment table before, it's a crafting table. So put a crafting table, and I think I'm going to then build the oven. Oven is key. I also want to be able to have torches. I had that as my third goal in the 100 days, because torches, being able to see at night, is important. So you can create charcoal out of the actual stumps of the tree, and you can fire it up with the planks. So you sort of, when you chop down a tree, you want to just convert half into planks, and then you can convert these charcoals, they go into a torch essentially. So if you're doing the old crafting format, you would put the charcoal at the top middle square and the stick in the middle square to make the torch, and one stick and one charcoal make 4 torches. So we're just making sure that's available. This is useful at night because light typically keeps the monsters away. Monsters spawn in the dark, essentially. So if you have light everywhere, shouldn't be monsters around. I've had an occasion where rarely they just spawn inside the house, and I think that the AI does that just to make life difficult for you. But if it was really following the conventions of a game, then it should be nice. See that? That's a squid. I actually haven't killed a squid yet. I don't feel like I should, and I know it does provide ink, and I can make a diary out of it as one of the recipes, but it just doesn't come across. So I'm building this wall just 1 block higher. This means that monsters that come in by the water can't jump into my island spontaneously. Just a precaution. And so I'm going to have one entrance in and out. So, if you ever played any other online games, you really want to create a bottleneck. A bottleneck is where things get choked into one path, so monsters will be, in this scenario, in a line, and you're able to kill them one at a time without having to battle several at once. Now, well, before it gets really, really dark, I'm getting some more dirt. Dirt blocks are the easiest to mine and use. I'm going to spread it out and expand my island, or create and build up that wall that'll make it impenetrable. Also, the dirt blocks serve as a great surface to grow your trees, which I have right there in front of me. And also, I'm going to hopefully start a farm on day 2, which will allow me to grow wheat. At the moment, I've got 2 steak and 2 veal from the sheep and the cows that I killed earlier. I don't really want to rely on livestock for food. In the many instances I've played, you really want to have wheat, because bread actually, 3 wheat make 1 bread, and that can actually last you quite a long time. And it's infinite. I don't like finite resources. I don't try not to use coal instead of charcoal. I try and, because all the blocks are limited, they're the ones that don't respawn. The trees, they continually respawn, so you should just go, it's like renewable energy, just go with the renewable. So here we go. We're going to camp out for the evening. This might get a bit boring now, because I'm just really going to just protect my base. I'm not going out there. I'm not strong enough to do anything. Oh yeah, I'm trying to use my map. Oh, let's see if I can use that. No, instead of using it, I throw it on the floor. Dumb. Let's try again, because I'm not very good. I'm just persistent that when things don't work. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, what do we do? Alright, we've got to load up the map. Right click, let's have a look where we are. We're in the bottom corner, or bottom part of the map. Actually, in my previous world, that's where my world is, my house is as well. Quite a big house now. Been in the nether and all sorts of things. Slowly working my way through. I have it in survival mode entirely. I have gone back into creative just to respawn myself when I died somewhere really far away, and I just didn't want to go collect all my things again. But this world is not going to have me toggle into creative. This is all exclusive in survival the entire way. So if I die, I die. And see, this is the reason why we have the saplings. Creating trees, I can plant them in my base, and then I can mine them during the evening when I've got nothing else to do and no monsters are coming. I can just tear down the tree, get my infinite resources. I'm going to need a lot of wood because you need them for ladders. When I do the mining, I'm actually going to just mine straight down, I think. I'm not even going to do the staggered mine that has the funny staircases. In the other worlds, I've always done that, but we're trying to be efficient here, and hopefully from this, it will just give you a clear way to be successful in this game. Got an apple. Apples are supposed to be very good. You can enchant them and give them powers, but haven't really delved into that yet. I've got to do fishing as well. One of these episodes will just be devoted to fishing because in my other worlds I haven't actually got into the water breathing, and I'm quite curious to go down there and get the sea lanterns and all those other things that are underwater. See if I can find a temple. And we're coming up to the end of the day. I just fell in the water. But that will probably conclude the first day and night in Minecraft.